Hello and welcome to episode 6?
It is 6.
Episode 6 of The Forum.
Hey!
Woo!
Hello.
Today we are recording a special live podcast, live and in person at the Wonderbook launch party at Sony HQ.
It is magical.
It's tremendous.
It's loud as well, which makes all this a little bit more difficult than usual.
Yes.
But it's lovely.
So, introductions first. I am Serum Lake. I am joined by the fabulous Bearskopff,
Hello, darlings.
the nefarious Wretched Hawk,
Hello.
and we have a very special guest with us today from the dark side, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Neil Gorton from Capcom.
Why, hello everyone. That didn't sound very dark, did it? Oh well.
In an Austin Powers kind of way. It's good.
That's about as menacing as I get.
Like the sinister white rabbit in Monty Python.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's actually, you should get that on your business card.
It's the white rabbit. I actually have blank on my business card.
Really? That's better than what we get.
Oh.
Yeah. Birthday cards is the most we get.
With little notes
So-
inside.
Let's start things off. Neil, tell us, who the hell are you?
I will tell you over this enchantment of the Wonderbook launch party that I am Neil Gorton, otherwise known as Neil Gortz on the Twitterverse. I am community manager for Capcom UK.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So, if for our listeners that aren't aware of Capcom,
Yeah.
what did Capcom do?
Capcom made their fortune in coin-op back in the 80s. You're probably best known for the Street Fighter games and the Resident Evil games, and taking a punt on new IPs as of late, trying to launch other brands, hoping to get them as big and as well known as Street Fighter and Resident Evil. We'll see over the course of this podcast how many you've played.
So, actually, okay, we'll open up a question then. Hawk, Capcom games. You played many of them?
Resident Evil obviously being the main one, although I'm still to play the latest one because I'm behind. I am behind on games. I have a pile of shame that's just growing bigger and bigger.
You are a pile of shame.
It is a massive pile. It's a huge pile. No, I get there eventually, but I'm literally like 6 months behind on some of my games. So I think that's a fair enough excuse.
Yeah.
Got too many games.
Bear.
I actually made some time on the weekend, just gone, to play through some Resi 6. I know, I'm so proud of myself. Playing through co-op with my chum. It's bloody fantastic. Really quite good. Better than I thought it was going to be, actually. But it's just because I don't play an awful lot of games anymore.
You're welcome,
And,
Bear.
yeah,
You're
it's
welcome.
lovely, really good. I've been playing as Leon.
Yes.
And
The floppy-haired one.
yeah, and that other chick I forget the name of. I want to say Sherry, but that's
Helena.
someone you meet later, isn't it?
It's Helena, yeah. Sherry's your sister.
Is she?
No.
No.
Okay. I might have missed this bit. But yeah, no, it's awesome so far. Really awesome.
Cool. So, Neil,
Hello.
when we have people on the podcast for the first time, we tend to kind of quiz them a little bit about games that they like to play.
All right.
Let's try and keep it to PlayStation games at the moment.
Okay.
So, fire away.
The games that I'm playing just now?
No, in the past, let's go with your favourite games.
Okay, I specifically remember going to buy my PS1 just as the PS2 was coming out, and the reason I stuck with PS1 is the second SmackDown game, which I think was Know Your Role, had come out, and all my mates were still playing that, so I didn't buy a PS2 just so I could play that with my mates. I had that for a good 6 months. I also played Hogs of War on PS1.
Yes. Good game.
Just Worms, but voiced by Rick Mail,
Yeah.
which made all the difference. Danger Girl as well, which no one seems to remember, but I really like
that
this.
based
I
on the
remember
comic
that
book?
one.
Yeah, it was. Oh, well, there we go.
I'm the noob. I have no idea.
I'm among friends. And then I devoted myself on the PS2 to, capturing the finest collection of third-action person shooters ever devised to man. I was a big fan of Freedom Fighters.
Yes.
Mercenaries I poured so much time into. I was very sad when Pandemic finally closed. And then I think The Punisher was my last great PS2 game. Like, to date, the only game where you can kill someone with a rhinoceros. I don't know whether that's...
That was an amazing game.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
These days, now we've moved on, me and the missus enjoy a bit of Tokyo Jungle.
Of course.
A bit of two-player on Tokyo Jungle, love that. Our Christmas is pretty much going to consist of Little Big Planet karting and Lego Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all about the Lego.
Love the Lego games. It's a game that we always play together. And when she's in bed and I've got nothing better to do at the moment, I'm trying to sneak through Dishonored. To limited success. Stealth doesn't come naturally to a big man such as me. And the strategy of XCOM as well, which I'm also faltering and have restarted several times because again I'm not very good at. But these are my PlayStation games of the moment.
What have we been playing recently? Bear, what have you played recently?
Hello.
I know you mentioned Resident Evil.
Yeah, I've been playing Resi 6. That's a fairly limited thing because I lent out my copy to someone else, so I have to keep going over there to play it, which was, clever future planning by myself.
Do they make food for you though when you go over?
They really do.
So that's what you've done.
Enchiladas, man. I've been rocking some enchiladas. What else have I been playing? Assassin's Creed 3. I've not got hugely far. I'm on Memory 6. So yeah, not far at all. But it's awesome. It's better than the last game anyway.
Are you on to Connor yet?
Yes, I blasted through as quick as possible just to get to Connor.
Are you a little bit disappointed that the first character you play as isn't as suave? I find he was much more suave and interesting than Connor is, whereas Connor's just a bit moody.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we might go back to him with little flashbacky things, but I'm assuming not.
It amused me knowing that you would stab someone and go, 1,000 apologies.
Sorry.
That's a character the Assassin's Creed universe has sorely been missing.
No,
Raffles
absolutely.
the gentleman assassin.
Exactly.
Well, I'm hoping it's been a bit of a hint of maybe one of the next games might be from the Templar point of view. Because it is their tech, I guess, the whole Animus thingy, so yeah. I'd love to know whether they're going to go to London, because that would be the sweetest damn game. That would be amazing. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, Resi. I think I've been playing some Little Big Planet karting. I've been playing Little Big Planet karting. But I've been spending the majority of my time in create mode, because I wanted to make a level for Christmas. But I'm really pants at create mode, and I am baffled by it constantly. So far I have a tunnel, that's about it. Yeah. How about yourself? What have you been playing?
You know what, you've thrown me there. No one ever asked me what I've been playing.
I know, I'm mixing it up, man.
WWE 13, Serum Lake is defending his OPC championship. Serum Lake had his first title match against a real person. I've completely forgotten who it was now. Deadly Whispers, I believe.
Oh yeah, Deadly Whispers. Yes, we spoke to her on Twitter, didn't we?
We did, yes.
Yeah.
She put up a good fight, but Serum Lake triumphed in the end. That sounded really bad, didn't it?
A little bit. That's fine.
Well, never let it be said that Serum Lake is not an equal opportunist.
Does your created character look like you?
A little bit.
Or do you... I tend to buff mine out a little bit.
Well, I put my actual measurements in, but see, what it did is it replaced the flab with muscle. So I've got this hulking colossus, and I think, I don't really look like that.
That's why I wear so many hoodies, just to keep people guessing. Is it flab or is it muscle?
Like Michael Madsen.
Yes, but it's all flab.
Hawk, what have you been playing?
I know I said not long ago that I don't have time to play games and I have a bit of a backlog. But one of the things I like to do is sample the terrible games that we obviously get in the office sometimes because we get hold of everything.
Yeah.
So this week I decided to dedicate an hour or so to playing
Black Ops 2? Trolling on a podcast.
Although I'll come to that, I will mention it connected to Activision. But no, I decided to play Prison Break: The Conspiracy, which, yes, there we go. That was my general feeling throughout. Pretty much, they've just shoehorned the character into the TV show, so you're looking at the show as it started, as it began, from another character's point of view, and it is bad, but it's so bad that it's great. For example, you've got a character that he's been put in prison by the FBI, and to tell you the story, what they have him do is face the screen, pull out the microphone and go, I am here due to this company doing this and this and this, and I've been sent here to do this and this and this, which is bad enough in itself. But once you've completed a level and you go back into the prison, you're surrounded by inmates and the prison guards who are standing less than 2 inches away from you, and you pull out the microphone and go, and I am doing this, and I suspect this person, I just killed this person to get him with this person. Therefore, I will do A, B, and C, and X will happen. Yeah, but surely by now those prison guards and everyone else would have noticed this, all going on, you talking yourself into the mic whilst you're an inch away from them, and they'd have killed you. Which is pretty much the whole game, mixed with a bit of Uncharted, all look, grab the yellow bar, climb up, jump over to the other yellow bar, although not done in any way as good as Uncharted does it. So yeah, although afterwards I did have the urge, and this connects with the Activision thing, to then go back and play more Cabela, which are my favourite terrible games because I actually find them amazing.
Those are the hunting ones?
Yeah, just shooting little animals. I'm really, it's brilliant. No, like big tigers.
Shooting people is fine, but animals,
it's awesome.
Got to draw the line somewhere.
But tigers jump out and you get shotgun them, and like birds just randomly fly past, and you just go, I'll kill them as well, and bang, you just take them out. And I'm really hoping they do an urban exploration version, so you're like running across building tops, taking out cats with pump action shotguns. That'd be awesome. Not, although I do love cats, but I have an affinity for stuffed cats, and it's only a game, so it's fine, it's totally normal, nothing wrong with it. But yeah, so there you go, that's why I played a bad game that I got a lot of enjoyment from, and about 14 trophies in literally about half an hour, so that was well worth it.
Do they explain how he managed to sneak the microphone into prison?
And the TV crew.
I can take a good guess, although I wouldn't want to know.
I have driven past where they make the Cabela games. I think it's in Minneapolis, I think.
That must be a haven of awesomeness.
Shooting bears is big up there.
Yeah, that explains it.
To be fair, the bears started it, but that's as much of the story as I've been told.
With guns? They started it with guns. I knew this would happen.
They are genius, especially, I think it's Big Game Hunter 2012. I recommended a couple of people try it, it's such a laugh. And they tried it with the move and the gun they put in the end, and they're literally like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever, and I prefer this to Call of Duty, which is mad, but it totally makes sense to me. I love bad games. I still sit around and play SimCity on my PS1, so
I think they offer a great sense of escapism, which is something we all look for in games. And I mean, we're like you say, we're the most animals we ever come across as a cat.
Yep.
Whereas to suddenly be confronted by a posse of wolves and 3 polar bears is just something that you just don't get in gaming or indeed real life.
Did you ever play the Shadow of Katmari Mountain or whatever it was, the one before?
That sounds amazing.
Katmari Mountain. Literally, the wolves, the best thing about it was the wolves have to spawn from somewhere. So if you look in the area they're spawning, you'll see that they're coming out of a tree. But the tree is about as thick as a pencil, so they suddenly just blip out the tree.
That's amazing.
And if you don't complete the mission, they'll just keep kind of respawning. So it's just constant wolves coming out of hillsides. And you have a dog that you can skydive with.
What?
And you do like an Indiana Jones.
It's the best game ever.
It's a little safety boat. You crash your airplane, you get the little yellow inflatable boat, you stick your dog in it and jump out with the dog. But the best thing is that you have to do Uncharted style things through the mountains, so you've got to jump from ice block to ice block. When you get to the other side, after 10 miles of this, your dog randomly appears straight in front of you. He's really beat you to it, despite the fact he can't swing across mountains. Genius.
It is certainly echoing.
Right.
Hello, we should say hi to him.
We've got an interloper. Someone's just poked their head in. Come and sat down with us.
Have you come for the Wonderbook party?
The Wonderbook party?
Yeah.
Oh,
So did we.
do I need to introduce myself? Yeah, hi, I'm in this hello, I'm waving up.
You're waving up, right? That's amazing.
What are we talking about?
We're going to do a community update now with what's going on. So, who goes first? Let's have Bear go first this time.
Oh, so you didn't get my subtle nod? Okay.
I just thought you were having a seizure.
Again, Community update, what have I been doing? I've been doing a lot of stuff with PS3 GD. One of the threads that I've been having to play with is gaming etiquette, online gaming etiquette. Because, you know, sometimes you're playing online, someone might be playing some really lovely drum and bass down the mic, and you're just a bit like, okay, that's really fantastic. Really love hearing that. So I've made a little place for us to share tips on how to make people more aware that, you know, when you're online, a little bit of courtesy goes a long way. And then, I don't know, what else on top of that? Little Big Planet stuff, mainly. Nothing hugely specific, lots of different things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, other than that...
Getting people playing Little Big Planet karting.
Trying to, yeah. But I'm making my level. That's taking precedent.
The tunnel.
A tunnel. It's a big tunnel. It's a big tunnel.
Endless tunnel. Never ends.
It's wafer thin, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's a bloody tiny tunnel, but it's still a nice tunnel.
Cool.
I do like tunnels, but they're not my favourite subject. My favourite subject would be what I'm doing over in my boards, with the main thing, GTA. Obviously, we had the trailer released yesterday, which I'm sure everyone's seen. If you've not seen it, something's not quite possibly right there. Go and watch it. It's on our forums. We've hosted a thread. We've got loads of cool, fun things going on with GTA and lots more cool stuff coming up. So keep checking back on the forums, because we'll be dropping more things on there as time goes on. We've got big plans for when the release comes, but at the minute it's mainly the fun little contests such as the Chop Shop thread, where you take any image from Grand Theft and basically mix it up, have fun with it, go absolutely mental, and that thread, I love it. It's such great fun. Other than that, obviously I've got the other little contests, you know, the caption competition, the Guess Who, in Metal Gear Solid section, and we've still got the Metal Gear Solid competition that's running till the end of the month to win the HD collection for PS3. So get in the Metal Gear Solid section and go on that. But obviously the big thing, GTA, get in there, get involved in them threads. We want to hear your feedback about the trailer. We want you involved in the Chop Shop. We want your ideas for fun nights we can have when the game comes out. And when that game does come out, I plan to have an event or something going on every single day for the first week, maybe the second week.
Yeah,
the whole year. He's not sleeping all next year, basically. That's it.
No, I'm not. That week, I'm going to go mad. Grand Theft mad. It just has to be done. So.
Yeah, we've got the IV booked, so you know we're going to hook you up. You'll never have to sleep again. It's going to be awesome.
I like the sound of that. Oh, and one last thing. I got a very special gift from one of our users.
Oh no!
I won't mention what it was, but it was actually very well received within the office. So thank you very much for that, Warren. There we go. And if you have any other gifts, feel free to send them to me. I take money, credit cards, anything really.
Cats.
You know you're asking for trouble by saying
A
that.
cat skin rug. I know, I am.
You're asking our community to send you gifts in the post.
Yeah, I don't even need to ask her because they already do it, and they're pretty. Some of the stuff is pretty mental.
You wait until we get a giant package and it's like 4 users. They
just inside,
bung themselves in, just like hello.
Just a court.
I
wondered where it comes. That's where Fenian is. He's not posting on buds because he's dead inside a box. He did try putting himself in the zip up bag that time. That's an awesome YouTube video that everyone should check out. I'm sure someone on the forums in GD will be able to explain to you what that is and where to go to see it. Anyway, that's enough for me again because I'm rambling. Do go on.
Yeah, well, in my lovely RPG section, the only real thing I'm focusing on at the moment is building up a weekly Mass Effect 3 game night. So head along to the RPG board in the general discussion section. There's a sticky thread called Mass Effect 3 multiplayer discussion. Sign up there. We'll arrange some details.
We'll have to do something soon for Christmas as well, because Christmas Effect, that's a pun waiting to happen.
That is Christmas Effect.
Christmas Effect, yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Effect tree. Oh, it's going on.
And this is how we come up with our events.
Yeah. Long days, bad puns. Yeah.
Beautiful. Community question time.
Here we go.
Tall Paul asks, Marmite, love it or hate it? Hawk.
I'm somewhere in between.
That's
It
not
varies.
possible.
Varies.
It varies. Sometimes it depends. if you're feeling unwell, it's probably not the best thing to have. In which case, I'd hate it. But
What do you mean feeling unwell? 'Cause if you've had a bad day and there's some like Marmite on toast right there, you're just like, that's going to make me feel good.
it needs to be different.
Unless you want your arms full.
No. I don't mind it. I'm just in between. I don't mind it. If you get, I won't go out my way to eat it. But if you get it to me, if I was starving to death, and you went, look, you can eat this or die. Yeah, you can eat this Marmite or die. I wouldn't say no because I don't like Marmite. I'd be like, yeah.
No spoon allowed. No,
I'll just use my fingers. I'll just get it out.
A really horrific mental image. Yeah.
If you're starving to death, you wouldn't say no, basically. It's okay.
Not likely to appear in a jar of Marmite anytime soon.
I think it should. That'd be amazing.
Starve mite when you're really hungry.
That'd be brilliant. Because their adverts are kind of
That's true.
Yeah. They should be like, if you're starving, eat this.
So you're saying we should probably adopt this PlayStation? You either love it or hate it?
No.
No? Okay. No.
Bear, love it, hate it.
I love it.
Okay.
But I try to keep it a secret because I know like the majority of the people I hang around with in my day-to-day life detest the stuff. So I don't want them knowing that it's like on my breath.
You should try basting a chicken with it. Basting a chicken with Marmite.
Really?
You should try it, yeah. It's amazing what tastes good on a chicken after you've cooked it. You know that toffee syrup?
I'm glad you clarified.
You know toffee syrup for ice cream? Yeah? Honest to God, stick some of that on a chicken, right, on one side, and then baste the other side, bit of mustard. I'm telling you, absolutely amazing. It is shocking what tastes good that you wouldn't normally quite like, but on chicken.
I just put more chicken. And
Yeah,
it usually works out
chicken on
quite well. Yeah.
So, Neil, love it, hate it?
Allow me to blow your mind by saying I cannot fathom or stomach the notion of Marmite, but Twiglets, I could eat them until they come out of my eyes. I love Twiglets, but you couldn't pay me to eat Marmite.
What if you were starving? And I paid you, so you're starving and you're getting paid.
I have an emergency reserve of puppy fat, which I've been carrying around for 30 years, so I'm unlikely to starve anytime soon.
I have an emergency reserve of Twiglets, so you'll get money, Twiglets, and you're starving, and you got to eat the Marmite. You still wouldn't, would you?
No, I don't think I would.
I tried my best, everyone. I failed.
Well, I hate it, so...
There you go.
If I was starving to death, then I would eat it, obviously, because I'm not that proud. Right, next question. Now, Neil, you're going to be able to answer this one, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Legendary Vicky asks, is the EU store getting the Okami avatars?
First of all, good name. I'd like to say they are in the work. I wish I had a more exciting answer other than these things are wrapped in such colossal red tape. I wouldn't expect to see any appear for another 4 months or so, I would say, is the working time for this.
Wonderful.
As twisted as it sounds, believe it or not, the more popular Okami is in terms of sales, the more likely it will be to happen. As far as I'm aware, no one said to me specifically that they are coming, although without letting the cat out of the bag, Okami has done quite well. So let's see what happens in March, shall we? That's about 4 months' time. That'll be about enough time to get some Okami avatars on there.
Ask again in March.
Ask again in March. I'll come back.
I think Vicky will be really pleased with that answer.
I think that the non-committal nature of it is exactly what Vicky was after.
There we go.
Okay, and our final question. This actually has come from a YouTube user who's got a rather dodgy name, so I can't say it because it breaches our house rules. I'm going to say it now so you guys know what it is.
Well, I know already.
You're going to bleep it out. Go on, I don't know. That's genius.
It is, isn't it?
I like it.
If ever there was a Dragon's Den pitch to be made, there's a money maker there.
You'd be out and in, I guess. You're going to be making so many edits.
I have found since taking on the mantle of community manager, and especially dealing with Devil May Cry, that all YouTube users are in fact perfectly reasonable people and well-adjusted human beings. I can't believe anyone would have such a scurrilous name.
Is that sarcasm I smell?
No,
We don't actually have a smelly microphone, do we?
Seems like total seriousness to me.
It's the same non-committal attitudes that I gifted to Vicky.
Well, anyway, on to this wonderful question. Do you guys think it will ever be possible to get Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the store with online play? Star Wars Battlefront 2 obviously was made by. Was it Free Radical? Or were they going to work on the next one?
Made by the Dark Side, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. I can't. I didn't play the game.
By the actual Dark Side.
I have no idea.
Amazing.
Absolutely no idea. I never played
The
it.
tricky thing here is it's obviously a licensed title,
Yeah.
and well, Disney have just bought up the Star Wars license, haven't they? Which will probably complicate things even further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I can really suggest at the moment is get in touch with the Disney people and go, hey, I want my Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. We never say no to a community petition.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're getting any kind of like HD advised multiplayer game, I want to see SOCOM, to be honest, because that was amazing. I'm going completely off topic, but SOCOM kicked ass. It was awesome. Yeah.
I think you're unlikely to see it, I must admit, and I think that is purely because so many people buy first-person shooters that a awesome third-person perspective Star Wars game is still not a surefire bet, so I'm not sure anyone would take a punt on it, and I'm saying that as a massive fan of the game. I would love to see it make a comeback, and I was very excited when the new one almost went into full-time production. The concept art looked amazing, the whole idea behind it, the whole campaign was amazing, but nah, I can't see it. Much as I'd love to see Battlefront 2 come back, afraid not.
There we go. That's answered our questions.
It's me being the bearer of bad news for a game that I have
Sorry,
nothing
tough
to do.
love.
It's not even my company, and I'm telling you, no. No, you can't. Play a Capcom game. Play Lost Planet 3. Same people that made Battlefront 2, they're working on that, and that'll have kick-ass multiplayer.
Sweet.
And look, Wizards have come back.
But there's it's a 4A.
Gryffindor, Slytherin, they're all in. Hufflepuff.
That one looks like Hufflepuff.
He's definitely a Slytherin. You know the one I mean.
They're trying to be quiet for us.
I could be wrong, but I think that's Alan Rickman making his way to us right now.
Oh, and
What have
he's
you got to
levitating.
What
Wow.
have you got to say, Alan? Wonderbook is good. Wow. Celeb endorsement.
I've helped Alan Rickman buy his pillows. before. Yeah.
That's the best euphemism I've ever heard.
No, really. I think he.
Buying your pillows.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was his mum or grandma, but he actually came across like a. You know when you're a kid and you're forced to go shopping with your mum and you hate it. So imagine me helping Alan Rickman, kind of, and he's just standing there going. And giving and I'm pretty sure it was actually his mum, and he looked so grumpy and so down. He was
That's amazing.
yeah, it was.
This shop's
it,
boring.
It was
Let's go to
fun.
HMV.
And I really wanted to just make a comment, like just use a phrase from one of the various films, but yeah, I couldn't because he just looked so angry and upset. And he was being
10 points to
dragged around
Slytherin.
shopping. She was probably forcing him to buy stuff for her. Like, come on, you're rich, just buy me things.
There's a sitcom in the making there.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Alan Rickman is a long-suffering son.
yeah. And what was the other one?
I don't want to go to the ballet. Mom. You canned laughter.
That's amazing.
Oh god.
If you had to cast Alan Rickman in a PlayStation game, could you put him in the next Uncharted? What game would you put him in?
Yeah, Uncharted. Imagine it. Imagine it. Seriously.
Sully, you've changed. This way to the treasure tree.
No, seriously, imagine it. Like, just imagine it. That voice. You just do it.
No one will ever know.
Yeah, they'll never know the
What
difference.
about if he was in the sequel to Heavy Rain?
Heavy Rain.
Jason.
Oh god.
God.
And then at the end, you press X to go, Sean.
I'd like to see him in a sequel to Infamous, just making lots of electricity puns. I think your death will be quite shocking. That's the Rickman game I want.
I think we've found a new segment.
This is amazing.
We had some really good English actors in Killzone. Like the
Ray
creme
Winston
de la
and,
creme. Yeah.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, they were all in there. Surely Rickman was just one of the guards at the back.
He was probably actually one of those generals with the massive moustaches.
Just couldn't recognise him. One day I'll be promoted. Hello, Gun. Ah, it's perfect.
I really hope that Alan Rickman is one of our actual subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm going
brilliant.
to add him to the tags for this episode.
Yeah,
so-
I think we'll get a thread up in like PS3 GD. I think.
Alan Rickman, are you there?
Yeah, the Rickman effect or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's got to be done.
You actually have to do this now that you've said that.
Yeah, I'll prep it tonight.
And
We'll have it.
if in future podcasts anyone wants to know any of the famous people I've helped do shopping, or that I've abused and chased down the street, like the guy that used to be on Match of the Day then switched to ITV, then just let us know and I'll happily tell you some stories. No, the other one, big guy.
What?
Was supposed to be with her, but then she ended up with the Chelsea player Frank Lampard.
Who's?
What's his name? Oh, never mind. Carry on. Different segment now. Pretend this never happened.
I have served both Gabrielle and Danny Dyer whilst working in game.
How did you survive an encounter with Danny Dyer?
He was all right. He had a young lady on his arm. He was looking quite pleased with himself. He was. I can't remember what.
Film just bombed.
I can't remember what he was buying, but he wasn't interested in pre-owned. He wanted mint. I remember that. Money was no object to Danny. He didn't have a card. Yeah, I don't think I can give his exact response. Oh, pipe down, Slytherin.
Yeah.
But no, money was of no object to Mr. Dyer. But he was very nice. He was very polite. I'm sure the young lady on his arm had some sway over that. He had nothing to be upset about at all from where I was standing. Oh, Ahmed Jalili as well. Served him. He was
Ahmed Jalili.
Yeah, remember him?
We've discussed him before.
Have we?
Yeah.
He was the. He had a bit part in Gay Tony. He was the Arabian millionaire.
Oh my god! I was watching his stand-up the other night.
Yeah. He was in buying games for his kids. Good guy.
Well, did he stroke your beard like in Black Books?
I wish he did.
Is it like a little bird?
I brought Craig Charles a cheeseburger once in Burger King.
What, did he not have any money on him?
No, he'd done a really good gig, and then he came outside, and I was smoking, and he was looking in the shop, so I figured, he wants burger, so I kind of walked up to him. and said-
You do this with everyone though? It's
Yeah.
amazing. He walks into the office just like, do you want a burger?
Yeah.
Do you want a burger?
I was just like, do you want one? You did a good show, and he's like, yeah. So I went in
Who's that nonchalant?
and bought a burger
That's
for me
amazing.
and him. This was
Did you share it like in Lady in the Tramp?
Candlelight.
I kind of wish. But so there you go. Brought Craig Charles burger.
I did a lot of TV work. I've had to serve a lot of famous people in the guise of a TV runner before, but nothing quite tops Craig Charles in a burger.
There we go. I do have more that can top that.
It's a regular feature now.
Astoundingly.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to the show. The party is really livening up here at Hogwarts.
Oh, it is. The sorting hat is off his face.
My crunk cup is full of butterbeer.
Oh, tasty stuff.
It's getting messy.
So we're going to try and wrap things up now. The last thing we have to talk about is the wonderfully generous Okami competition we have going.
You are welcome.
It's 5 t-shirts, I believe.
Of varying sizes.
Yes. So, in order to win a lovely Okami t-shirt, you simply need to post on this podcast and tell us when Okami was originally released on PS2. Was it A, 1985, B, 2006, or C, 2012?
Such sass.
I'm going with A.
Don't tell them the answer!
Oh, sorry.
What I also like about those are the little rubber Okami wolves.
Yes.
That no one can figure out what they're for. I had to look this up, and they come all the way from Japan with no explanation. And you're meant to wear them around your wrist, like the sort of charity wristbands.
Yeah.
And then when you take them off, they pop back into the shape of the wolf. Apparently, all the rage in Japan. Over here, not so much, but you can have them anyway.
We've taken them gladly, and we'll dish out some of them as well with the t-shirts.
Wicked.
All you need to do as well is, when you answer this fabulously challenging question, tell us your t-shirt size so we know which one to send you, because I'd hate to send someone a massive tent or a little tiny, like, almost like a crop top. That would be really embarrassing.
What if we have spare? I love the crop top.
Right. All that's left to do is thank everyone for turning up. Hawk, you've been a pleasure as ever.
No problem. You're
Bearskopff,
welcome.
Hello.
absolutely wonderful.
Bye-bye.
Neil,
Hey.
real pleasure.
Yeah,
You're doing
thanks for having me.
Handshaking.
Handshake.
There we go.
Handshaking.
And that's it.
That's it.
Thanks very much.
We're out of here. Bye.
Bye.
I love the fact that I said, how long will it be till someone comes out and makes loads of noise? And literally, the minute we start, we have the girls come out like, look how loud my boots are!
We should definitely have an outtakes for the podcast.
I'm going to put it at the end of the music.
Wait, this is still... Oh, yeah, it's still recording.
Yeah.
You heard me just go, oh, yeah, rubbish. Okay.
Get all your swears out now.